You're welcome on the African Spiritual Connections TV. Today I came your way to answer certain questions. You know, my name is Paul Ben, and I'm into African spirituality. I do a lot of stuff, but currently I mostly talk about African spirituality. So some of you have been asking certain questions about some of my videos that I've been making, and sometimes when I want to answer you, I don't like writing too much. So instead of giving you an answer, I prefer to come live like this and answer your questions. So that's what I'm here to do today. If you've joined me, kindly share the live video for me so that whatever knowledge that we are putting outside, being it free as it is, will go a long way to reach many people and then influence their spiritual growth. Okay, in case there is anything wrong with my audio, you kindly let me know too. You can let me know. Let me even do a test drive of my audio first before I do anything else. Let me see. In case you've joined me too, and then you can confirm for me, try and do it for me, please. So today I said I'm going to answer some questions that you have asked on both my YouTube and Facebook pages. So let me wait and let me check my test drive and see if everything is okay. Trying to check if everything is okay before my test drive and see. Okay. I think it's okay. It's okay, so I can fully go ahead. I can go ahead now. If you have joined me, please share. If you have joined me, please share. I'm going to answer certain questions about African spirituality. Certain questions that, sorry for the call. I'm here to supervise someone's building project. The person is calling to get an update from me. I'm sorry, I'll have to hang up and then call the person back later. Alright, sorry for that. Trying to share the video. It's okay before get an update from me. I'm sorry, I'll have to hang up again. If you have joined me, please share. Please share. And let me continue. Trying to invite people. If you have joined me, please share and then let's continue. If you have joined me, please share. Okay, so let me go right straight into it. So I've kept some of the questions on my phone and I'll read them out and I'll answer. So the first question I'll read comes from Nana Kwame. He asked, if I send a token to you to help me feed my ancestors, how will you go about it? If I sent a token to you to help me feed my ancestors, how will you go about it? Normally, I don't like this. I don't like feeding people's ancestors on their behalf because I like everyone to go home and do their own thing, or give the ancestors the honor of feeding them themselves. So I like to teach you how to do it, but I also admit that there are some situations that you can't do it. Perhaps you live with someone and it's impossible to serve your ancestors in someone's apartment or in someone's room. Yes, there's even a way to go around that. But let me tell you how I'll do it in case you send me money to do it for you. I'll buy the things that I need to buy to feed your ancestors, and I'll go to a crossroad at dawn around 3 a.m. And then I will take your full name and I will take names of some of your ancestors. At least you should be able to know, let's say, if your parents are no more, or your grandmother, or your grandfather, those immediate ancestors, you should be able to know them. I don't need money. I only need, like, on your father's side and your mother's side, let's say at least 2 of them. So I invoke their names and then I tell them to invite the other family on scene. They will do so. Sorry for the background noise. I told you I came here to supervise a building. Let me show you. To supervise a building that someone who reached out to me through my YouTube is building, and the person trusts me enough to come and supervise his building for him, because the person is all right. So that was just by the way. So if you give me money to feed your ancestors for you, I will take your name, your full name, and I will take the names of your ancestors, some from your mother's side, some from your father's side. Then I'll go to a crossroad at dawn around 3 a.m. and then I will set the table for them. When I say table for them, I don't mean I'll put the table down and put the food on it. No, I'll buy a white cloth and powder, and I'll put it on the crossroad, and I'll just mark a boundary with the powder, and I'll set the food inside the boundary, and I'll evoke the names of your ancestors, and I'll pray to them, tell them that I'm doing this on your behalf. You are the one who sent me to come and feed them. And then the circumstances in which you are now, you are not able to do it. It's not that you want to disrespect them, but you want to honor them in any way that you can, even though at your current place of living you don't have the freedom to do rituals. Yes. And then after the prayers, I tell them why you are feeding them, and then what you need from them. It's usually will be protection, business progress, longevity, and good health. Protection, business progress, longevity, and good. I think these are the things that carry the universe. If you have all these, you're okay. So that's mostly what I pray for when people ask me to pray for them. And then when you ask, don't just tell me to pray for you. Why? You see, the ancestral worship is such that the money for whatever to be done should come from you. The money should come from you. Yes. There was one that I was talking to one of my dwarfs. See, I deal with about 6 dwarfs, and they have 2 leaders. One is a woman and one is a male. And then I was talking to the female, and then my younger brother has always been praying, but the things that he uses to pray are things that I have bought myself. So when I was talking to the dwarf, my younger brother is also a highborn. I told you we are not all the same. You have a highborn and we have lowborn. When I say a highborn, I mean someone who's supposed to be a ruler, either a priest or a king. So when people tell you that leaders are made, they are not born, it's a big lie. It's a big lie. Leaders are born. The ones that are made are not accepted by the gods. You can have knowledge and the gods will like you, but it doesn't mean that you are a leader accepted by all standards. No, it's not true. That's why democracy is evil for Africa. I'll come and treat that topic. Why democracy is evil for Africa. Okay, so I was talking to the dwarf, and then my younger brother barged into the room, and the dwarf asked him, when are you going to give us something from your pocket? She said, when are you going to give us something? And my brother was like, but I just gave you something this morning. I gave you toffees. You like toffees? I gave you toffees, and I've been praying all the time. Then the dwarf asked him, was the money from your pocket? You want something from your own pocket. You see? So all the time, anytime that you are feeding your ancestors, unless you are broke, make sure the money comes from your own pocket. No matter how little it will be, just make sure the money comes from your own pocket. Right. So that's it. I'll just go to a crossroad and feed your ancestors for you. Let me go ahead with the. I'm being careful around here because I just saw a very big snake pass by into the land on which the building is. But I'm also aware that there is a snake energy in my life, so let me read the other questions. So the first question was by Nana Kwame. The second question is, what are the best days to give the gods food? What are the best days? This one is a loaded question, 3 in 1. First one is, what are the best days to give the gods food? The second one is, should it only be on Akosede? And then the third one is it necessary to offer them blood at a certain point? I'll answer them one by one. Then these questions were asked by Zadok. That's the person's name on YouTube, Zadok. So what are the best days to give the gods food? The best days to give the gods food. So the fowls are here to give me money, to give me well done. Alright, I think so the best day to give the gods food are the Dabone, the sacred days. The sacred days. Okay, greetings from Michigan. Okay, Jess Kendra, thanks for commenting. Thanks for watching. The best days to give the gods food are the sacred days, as I talked about in one of my videos. Check, the title is the sacred days on the Akan calendar. So we have 4 sacred days on the Akan calendar, and the cycle is 42 days. That make we wouldn't call it a month, but call it a cycle. And then on that 42 day cycle, we have 4 major sacred days. The first one is the Fojo. Second one is Awukude. Yeah. The third one is Fufi. And then the most sacred is the Akosidai. So these major 4, don't miss them. Aside that, each week on the day that you were born, for example, if you are born on a Monday, it means that every Monday, you make sure you do some ritual. If you are born on a Monday, it means that you are connected to the water spirit. You are connected to the water spirit. That's why this man in Ghana, Koyi Safo Kantanka, he's a major water deity that has been incarnated. So you can check around him. All his children are Monday borns. Koyi Safo, Adwa Safo, Koyi Hwani, like they are all water people. It's a major water deity because water are part of the creators. Okay. Now, so on the day that you are born in the week, if you are born on Monday, every Monday you are supposed to perform ritual. If you are born on Sunday, every Sunday, that should be your sacred day. On this particular day that you are born, you treat it as your holy day. Holy day. The word is holy day. That they've corrupted to be holiday. Holy day. A day that you remain holy. You don't talk anyhow. You don't talk by heart. You don't go out by heart. If you want your spirituality, on your holy days, you don't go out by heart. You cleanse yourself in your holy days. You bath some herbs. You know, I've created so many. I've done so many videos where I talked about herbs for cleansing. Right. So let me remind you that we are live both on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So you can also connect with me on YouTube if you are watching from Facebook. Most of my videos are posted on YouTube anyway. There are a lot of videos that I have on YouTube that are not on Facebook. So, and sometimes I do some videos on Facebook that don't come on YouTube. So you have to follow me on both pages. On Facebook, the name is still African Spiritual Connections TV. On YouTube, the name is African Spiritual Connections. So as I was saying, on the days that you are born, don't miss it. Those are the days that you have to feed your energies, your ancestors and the gods. Aside that, you wait for the sacred days, the Dabone. Yeah. Now, these sacred days are universal, even though it's part of Akan culture. But when you go to other cultures, you realize that they also replicate the same thing, just that they give it other names. For example, if you approach the Guans, they call the sacred days is it Pekuri or Kekuri? They have a name like that, Kekuri or Pekuri. But that's how they call their Wuku. They have one name for all the sacred days, right? As the accounts call it Dabone, they also call it, is it Pekuri or Kekuri, something like that. That's the ones. It replicates. It's everywhere. It's universal. Spirituality is universal. So those are the days that you feed your ancestors. And then the person went ahead to ask another question. Let me check again. Is it only on Akoside? So that one I've already answered. It's not only on Akoside. The other Fojo, Akude, Fofie, you are supposed to also feed them. And also the days that you were born. But if maybe for the sake of money issues, you can't do it all the time, make Akoside the main one. The main one. And then the days that you are born. At least if you can do it every week, do it once a month. If you can't do it every week, do it once a month. And then as for the sacredness of the day that you are born, at night, if you can feed your ancestors, at least pour wine, you are good to go. Is it necessary to offer them blood at a certain point or certain period? Offering blood is not evil at all. It's not evil. In fact, that's what opens door for some people. But I must admit that it's not every deity that likes blood, and it's not every soul that must offer blood. I have a friend in the US that we checked his background, and the day that when he offers blood, the soul limits him. The soul doesn't like it, right? But I'm not like that. I'm able to offer blood. So before you go into blood offering, you have to check your background and check the deities that you are serving and see if they like it. And mostly, it's not every blood that every deity takes. So you're supposed to ask the deity that you are serving. Go to a boko, let them invoke the deity. Then you question the deity, what kind of blood do you want? Is it a good blood, foul blood, dark? Is it sheep? Then the deity will tell you. So don't just go and offer blood to your deity. If you don't know, just stick to the food. It's okay. Right? Stick to the food. It's okay. But before you go into blood offering, make sure you inquire from your soul and from the deity that you are serving. There are some of you that the moment that you start offering blood, you are supposed to be okay, but things will start going bad for you because you are doing stuff that your soul doesn't like. And if any energy will connect with you and do anything, it's the soul that the energy will connect to. So if you are doing something that your soul abhors, your soul hates, then no matter the energy they are just serving, things will not go well. So don't go into blood offering yet until you know what you're doing. Right now, how do you get rid of the food you serve the gods? This one was also asked by Chief C. That's the person's name on YouTube, Chief C. How do you get rid of the food you serve? All right. So me, anytime I'm done Sam George, how do I feed my ancestors on my day born, and how do I know that they've come to feed on whatever food I've given them? Okay, I'll answer that in a bit. So, okay, how do you get rid of the food? For me, what I do is that when I put the food down for them after 3 days, so let's say if this Akoside, I serve them on a Sunday morning. So Monday morning is 1 day, Tuesday morning is 2 days, Wednesday morning, that's the 3rd day. So I discarded the food in the dustbin just this morning, and it was okay, right? So the person said she has heard that you have to put them on the bare earth. See, the energies, even though they are very conservative, they are so conservative in their own world, but in our world they try to adapt. You know that you can't just go and throw food on the bare land somewhere. We say cleanliness is next to godliness. So they know how our world has changed and they adapt to it when they come here. But when they go back to their world, they are very conservative. The culture of 10,000 years ago is what they still practice, because when they come to me, when I'm talking to the energies, and I'm always amazed the kind of local language they speak and the tone of it. It's like there's this, when they speak something I don't even understand, and I ask them, oh, my battery. I have to wrap up. Okay, so Sam George is asking me, how do I feed my ancestors on my day born, and how do I know? Okay, if you want to know how to feed your ancestors, I've done several videos about it. Check on my YouTube channel, and then you'll find some of them. All right, and then how do you know they've come to eat? Okay, well, some of the things that you know the ancestors have come to eat, it doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes when you put the wine down and then you go and see that it has reduced in quantity, it doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes you see it that way. Sometimes when you taste the wine, it doesn't have any taste. It tastes like water. Sometimes it tastes weird. It tastes weird. For example, when you put banana down for them, after some time and you go and taste the banana, it tastes very weird sometimes. Right? How the energies eat the food is that they take the energy in the food, the spirit of the food, out of it to power themselves. It's just like the same way that when you put food in your stomach, the food, science will tell you that is for digestion, right? And then some hydrochloric acid will be poured on the food inside to digest the food. Hey, that's the work of the soul. The soul will take out the energy of the food to power itself to live, and then the residue, the matter, the body of the food will come through your anus as feces. The same way, the ghosts take the energy of the food out to power themselves, and then we go and throw the residue away in the trash. Right? So even if it doesn't taste too weird, just know that they are energy. They can't consume the matter. They won't take the matter for you to say that they've taken the matter. But know that the energy in the food is gone. Right? I asked my dwarf, I offered toffee, and then normally I don't even know if I should say this. Some of the energies, this is their mouth. Their mouth is here. Some of them too, their mouth is their leg. Right? They are here. This is their mouth. Some of them, when they come in human form,